is Anemone and reveals that she has an important letter to deliver. The letter exposes the noble who has been funding Shaga's kidnappings, and upon hearing this, Norseball vows to ensure that the noble is brought to justice for his crimes. With that, the incident is finally resolved, and it seems they'll be able to return to Dahlia without any trouble. But before that, exhaustion catches up with everyone, and they all settle in for the night to get some much-needed rest. As the morning arrives, Kenichi drives everyone back to town, where the townspeople eagerly wait, curious to see if he has managed to accomplish his mission. As his truck rolls into town square, Primula quickly hops out and rushes into her father's embrace, overjoyed to see him again. While they share their heartfelt reunion, Mallow's attention is drawn to the dress Primula is wearing, noticing its impressive quality. With pride, she informs him that it was Kenichi who gifted it to her. In that moment, both of them come to the same realization. Speaking of Kenichi, Mallow still hasn't had the chance to properly thank him, so he approaches him and sincerely expresses his gratitude for helping bring his daughter back. While he's at it, Mallow also asks whether Kenichi was able to recover all the stolen goods from Shaga and his crew. In response, Kenichi explains that he stored everything in his item box, but the contents aren't quite what one might expect. What Kenichi actually has in his item box is a collection of heads. Back in the ruins, before Kenichi and the others made their way back to town, the beast folk informed him that he would have to take the heads of all the bandits. Shaga and his gang are quite well known, which means there's a hefty bounty on them. However, to claim the reward, Kenichi must provide Shaga's head as proof of his death. But since all those heads will start to stink before long, it would be far more convenient if Kenichi could store them inside his item box. This is without a doubt one of the more unsettling tasks Kenichi has had to handle, but he doesn't have much of a choice, so he begins placing the heads into his item box. While doing so, he also gathers up everything the bandits had stolen, including a sack filled with 100 gold coins and several valuable items. On top of that, he ends up taking all the women who had been held captive by Shaga, though he's unsure about what to do with them. Before returning to town, he asked them if they wanted him to take them back to their villages. Some agreed, wanting to go home, but for others, their situation was different when they were captured. Shaga had burned their homes and slaughtered their families, leaving them with nowhere to return to. Understanding their predicament, Kenichi offered to take all of them back to Dahlia with him, as they would have a better chance at rebuilding their lives there. The women seemed absolutely delighted by the idea. Kenichi then looks over at Anemone and asks if she knows where her hometown is. She tells him that her village is called Europe, but it's pretty far from here, about 800 kilometers away, so getting her back there would be a long and difficult journey. Still, Kenichi is willing to make it happen if that's what she wants. However, Anemone has no desire to return to that village, as her own people had sold her into slavery. In that case, Kenichi asks her if she would like to come with him to Dahlia, and Ain immediately agrees.